Welcome to another episode of the Japan Reach podcast. Embark on an exciting journey through the heart of Japan, its vibrant culture, fascinating traditions, and the stories that make it truly extraordinary. Our team has traveled far and wide across Japan, immersing ourselves in its rich culture and connecting with its incredible people. Now we're bringing those unforgettable experiences straight to you. From hidden gems to captivating guest stories, each episode dives into what makes Japan unique and inspiring. Konnichiwa, Tomodachi. I am your humble host, John, and today we're going to talk about ramen. When I was a poor college kid, I could always count on a quick bowl of ramen noodles when my bank account was running low. For less than a dime a package, if you bought it in bulk, ramen noodles in the cupboard meant that I would never go hungry. Plus, it came in several flavors, including shrimp, beef, pork, and chicken. By far my favorite was, and still is, chicken ramen. What I just described to you is instant ramen, which was invented pretty recently. When I go to Japan, I can't help but crave an amazing bowl of the best ramen in the world, and you don't have to break the bank to do it. I can often get a bowl for less than $10 US. Even if it's more, it's well worth the price. My favorite is tonkatsu ramen. More about this later. Let's talk about ramen. Ramen is a very popular Japanese noodle dish consisting of wheat noodles served in a flavorful broth, often topped with a variety of ingredients like sliced pork, chashu, seaweed, nori, boiled eggs, ajitsuki tamago, bamboo shoots, minma, and green onions, negi. It's a comfort food staple in Japan, known for its rich flavors and endless regional varieties. The noodles themselves are made with wheat flour, water, and kansui. It's an alkaline water, giving noodles a chewy texture and a slightly yellow tint. Ramen has its roots in China. It is believed that Chinese immigrants introduced wheat noodles to Japan in the late 1800s. By the early 1900s, ramen was becoming a street food favorite in Japan. Yokohama Chinatown played a key role as a hub for early ramen shops. The dish was initially known as shinasoba, Chinese noodles. After World War II, the Japanese economy was struggling and food shortages were common. The U.S. occupation forces imported a lot of wheat flour to keep people from starvation until the economy could recover. This abundance of wheat flour into Japan led to a surge in noodle consumption as ramen became a cheap and filling meal for the working class. And ramen varieties flourished across Japan as each region imagined its own take on these popular noodles. At the heart of these variations was the broth that gives ramen its flavor and texture. In Japan, there are four main types of broth. Shoyu, soy sauce, which is savory, tangy, and brown. Miso broth, which is rich and earthy because of its use of fermented soybean paste. Shio broth, salty and light with a clear broth. My personal favorite is tonkatsu, a thick and creamy broth made by boiling pork bones for hours. Honestly, this is the kind of ramen I get every time I visit Japan. Along with the broth, there are additional toppings. For instance, your ramen might include pork slices, soft-boiled eggs, bamboo shoots, corn, other vegetables to make it perfect to your taste. Traditional ramen isn't just a quick meal. It can take years to perfect the art of making a great bowl of ramen. Ramen chefs often work for years under a ramen master to learn how to balance the flavors, noodle texture, and most importantly, making the perfect broth. The discipline of becoming a ramen master is the subject of movies like Ramen Shop, Ramen Heads, Ramen Girl, and Tempapu, among others. One of the most important revolutions in the already popular dish was the invention of instant ramen. In 1958, Momofuku Ando, the founder of Nissan Foods, invented instant ramen noodles, forever changing the global food landscape. His creation allowed people to enjoy ramen quickly and conveniently in their own homes. These are the ramen noodles I grew up loving and sometimes got tired of. It took a few years of trial and error before instant ramen was perfected. The big discovery was that flash frying pre-cooked noodles preserved them for long-term storage and made them easy to rehydrate from boiling water. This groundbreaking technique laid the foundation for the instant noodle industry. As a result, the first instant noodle product was called chicken ramen, which is still the most popular flavor of ramen in the United States. In Japan, the most popular flavor is pork, and in South Korea, it's spicy red hot chili flavor. No matter what your taste, there's likely an instant ramen that will meet your needs. Okay, here's a fun fact. The story of ramen doesn't end on Earth. Nissan Foods, under the guidance of Momofuku Ando, the then 95-year-old founder of instant ramen, developed Space Ram, the world's first ramen designed for astronauts. The challenge was significant. Traditional ramen broth and noodles wouldn't work in zero gravity. The broth would just float off, so it needed to be contained in order to avoid creating hazards. To solve these issues, engineers thickened the broth to prevent it from dispersing and coated the noodles to maintain their texture during rehydration. The result was a vacuum-sealed pouch that astronauts could easily eat by squeezing the contents directly into their mouths. Japanese astronaut Soichi Noguchi became the first person to enjoy ramen in space during his mission aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery in 2005. His thoughts: "It is amazing that I could eat instant noodles with the same taste as it is on Earth." There you have it, ramen's journey from humble street food in Japan to interstellar cuisine shows its remarkable adaptability and cultural significance. As humanity looks toward future missions to the Moon and Mars, perhaps ramen will continue to travel with us, providing warmth, comfort, and nourishment among the stars. Whether enjoyed in a bustling ramen shop, at home from an instant noodle pack, or floating aboard a space station, ramen remains one of the most loved comfort foods ever created. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you want to hear more about amazing Japan, please follow this podcast. If you have a topic you'd like to hear about, let us know below. Until next time, God bless and matane.